While you're filming the police station?
Yeah, there is a reason, yeah.
What is the reason?
Can you please identify yourself first?
Sorry?
Can you please identify yourself first?
I'm Sergeant Mark Coates.
Sergeant Mark. And shoulder number?
Shoulder number's there.
5377.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm independent journalist. I'm gathering footage for a story.
You're an independent journalist?
Yes.
Have you got a press pass?
I'm independent. So.
Okay, you don't work for anyone then?
So do you know what independent
No, but
is?
as in, are you working for a particular company?
No, I'm independent. I work for myself.
So what is the purpose of filming today?
Just gathering some footage for a story, sir.
What's the story?
I cannot tell. I'm still working on it, so I cannot say.
But what is the reason that you're filming? Because this is a secure police building.
Yeah.
We also have to ask questions why people are filming.
Yeah, and I told you.
You said it's for a story, but you haven't told me what the story's about.
I don't have to tell you about the story, but I'm still working on it, right? So it's not finished. If it's finished, when I publish it, you'll see what the story is. But I'm still working on it, so I don't want to compromise my story.
You're not going to compromise the story, because I'm not. From my point of view, I just need to be happy you're here for the right reasons. Yeah. Because police officers and police buildings are potential targets.
From the moment a sergeant steps out, it's obvious he's not there to look at the facts. He's just there to make himself feel better. Straight away, he starts grilling the auditor, asking what he's up to. And when he doesn't hear the answer he's hoping for, he comes out with this little gem. I need to be happy you're here for the right reasons. That's not enforcing the law. That's just policing based on his own feelings. He tries to back this up by saying that police stations could be potential targets. But let's be honest, that's a vague excuse with no real evidence behind it. You could say almost anything is a potential target if you stretch things far enough. The problem is, the law doesn't let officers act just because they feel uncomfortable. They need reasonable suspicion, and that means facts. And in this case, there weren't any. Just a sergeant who didn't like what was going on.
So I have to be happy, the reason why you're here.
So how can I make you happy?
By telling me what the idea is your story is about.
I cannot tell you about the story. I'm just gathering some footage, so I'm an independent journalist, and that's it really.
But you've got a story in mind.
Yeah, I do have a story in mind, yeah.
So I need to know what that story is about. Is it to do with what the security like around the police building, what the coming and going to?
I cannot tell.
Because the route we're going to go down is you're going to be stopped and searched under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act, whereby we will seize your phone, we look at your phone and say...
You're going to seize my phone?
We can seize your phone if we feel we have to.
What grounds, sir?
Under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act...
But what grounds? What grounds
just
is
telling
it?
you, let me explain.
Okay.
Under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act, you can be stopped and detained and searched. And part of that search, we can look at your phone and we can see what photographs you've got.
Yeah, but
don't turn your phone off.
No, I'm not turning my phone off.
Turn your phone off, we will see.
No, I'm not turning your phone off.
Right, so that's the route we can go down. I'm not saying we will go down that route. At the moment, I'm not satisfied. The reason why you're filming here, you've told me it's for a story.
Yeah, I'm an independent journalist.
Yeah, you told me that.
Yeah.
But you can't tell me what the story's about.
Well,
do not turn your phone off.
No, I'm not turning it off. I don't want...
I'm going to seize your phone now. Do not turn your phone off.
No, I'm not turning it off. I don't want... No.
I'm going to seize your phone now.
I'm not turning...
I'm going to seize your phone at the moment under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act because you seem to be trying to turn it off.
No, just because I couldn't hold it. Please keep recording.
When the sergeant can't work out what the guy's filming for, he starts threatening to use Section 43 of the Terrorism Act. Now, that's a serious power, meant to be used only when there's reasonable suspicion that someone's actually involved in terrorism. But in this case, there's no evidence, no intel, absolutely nothing to justify it. Just a sergeant trying to throw around one of the most serious search powers in UK law like it's a bargaining chip. Then, without even detaining the auditor, he reaches out and grabs a phone straight from his hand, claiming he thought it was being switched off. But here's the thing. At that moment, he had zero legal authority to take it. No arrest, no search taking place, no warrant. And under UK law, taking someone's property without a legal basis isn't just dodgy, it's straight up unlawful. This is a textbook example of how police powers can be misused. First, they try to pressure you into giving in. Then, they throw legal threats around that don't hold up. And when that doesn't get them what they want, they just take it anyway.
You got any ID, sir?
So, have I committed a crime?
Well, right, we'll go down the route then. You're now detained under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act. You're going to be stopped and searched. Part of that, I need your details so I can check to see who you are, and we have the power.
But you're abusing. Okay, so if I don't give you my name, are you going to arrest me?
I'm not saying I'm going to arrest you. I'm saying you'll be detained. I've asked you the reason why you're filming.
Yeah.
You've told me for a story.
Yeah. I'm independent journalist.
Which is fine. I understand that. But you can't tell me the story. So
I cannot tell you the story, right? Because I'm working on it. It's not finished yet, sir.
But you must have the concept.
Yeah, I'm just walking around and film in the city of London.
You're filming a police station.
Yeah, why not? I'm staying on a public right? This is a public payment.
Yep.
So you took my phone, right?
I took your phone because I think you were trying to.
No, I don't want to. I just want to be filmed because I want to make sure what I'm doing is right. I'm not hiding. I want to keep filming. I don't want to stop filming. Please film me. Can I have? So you seize my phone, and I'm not happy with seizing my phone.
We haven't seized it. We've taken it off you.
Well, we take it, but it's not in me. It's not in me. No, I don't want to turn it off. I want to continue filming. Can I have my phone and continue filming, sir?
At the moment, you're detained under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act. Part of that is we are going to examine your phone for photographs you've been taken today, and power to do that. It's under Section 43. And also, I need to do some name checks on you, so I need some of your ID.
When the auditor pushes back, saying they've already taken his phone and he just wants to carry on filming in public, the sergeant starts trying to get around it. He goes, "We haven't seized it. We only took it 'cause we thought you were about to turn it off." But that's just nonsense, really. The moment you take someone's stuff without their say-so, and without any legal reason, that's called a seizure. Doesn't matter what you try and call it, softening the words doesn't suddenly make it legal. Then the sergeant shows what it's really about. They detain the guy under Section 43 so they can go through his phone and check what photos or videos he's got. They reckon they've got the power to do that under the same bit of the law. Now, yeah, Section 43 does let them search someone if they properly suspect terrorism, but only if the actual detention was legal to begin with. And in this case, it wasn't. There was no mention of terrorism, no proper reason given. Just a copper making it up as he goes, trying to dig up something on a journalist.
Okay, so if I don't give you my name, are you going to arrest me?
Not particularly, but we will make some more inquiries. The quicker we get your ID, the quicker we can check.
So if it is a lawful order, I give him a lawful order to give my identity.
Under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act, you are detained. As part of that, we have the power to look at your phone and also do some checks on you and to search you.
Okay, but so is it a lawful order?
It's an order. It's a
I
power.
give him a lawful order. So if you give me a lawful order to give you my name and date of birth, I'm gonna give it, but under the threat of arrest. If you don't give me
a threat of arrest.
So if it's not under the threat of arrest, I don't want to give it.
Under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act, we need to do some checks on you. Right. Shall I explain why you've been detained then?
Explain, what are the grounds?
Because you are seen outside the police station filming. As we've passed you, you're holding your phone like this, so we can photograph yourself, but clearly filming the gate. Part of that gate is a security pad, so I don't know whether you're filming to see if officers are pressing that to get access to the building. This is a police building. You gave a reason you're an independent journalist and you're making a story. But you can't tell me the context of that story. You can't tell me why you're here.
I told you.
You haven't.
I told you, sir.
The sergeant's reasons for using Section 43 are honestly some of the weakest you'll ever hear. First off, he says the auditor's filming himself with the station gate in the background. And because there's a keypad on part of that gate, he reckons the auditor might be recording officers using it to get in. But that's not a proper reason. That's just paranoia. The keypad's in plain sight. Anyone walking past can see it. The camera's not even pointed at it. And there's no law against filming stuff that's visible from a public place. Then he comes out with an even worse excuse, that the auditor won't explain what he's doing or what the video's about. But that's not a crime. That's a right. You don't have to explain yourself just because you're in public. You're not breaking the law by refusing to answer questions or not handing over your business. Using someone's choice not to talk as an excuse to search them isn't suspicion. It's just punishing them for not doing what you say.
I'll ask you one question. If you don't want to answer, you don't have to. Have you got anything on you that can harm me or harm
I don't answer any questions.
I'm Sergeant Mark Coates. Warrant number 218.
Sergeant Marcos.
218186 attached to Southwark Police Station. You are
218186.
You are detained under Section 43.
I don't agree. I don't agree with any search seizure. I'm gonna file a civil claim against you because you're violating my rights. I'm staying on public property, peacefully exercising my rights to film in public. I've done nothing wrong.
I haven't seen you done anything.
What grounds do you have to believe I'm a terrorist?
I didn't say you were a terrorist.
So why are you using Section 43 of Terrorism Act if I'm not a terrorist?
Nice and calm. Because you are filming outside a police station.
But you said I'm not a terrorist, sir.
I didn't say you're a terrorist. I said you're detained under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act.
So do you think I'm a terrorist?
I didn't say you were.
Why using Section 43? You have to have a reasonable grounds to believe I'm a terrorist.
Because you're seen outside the police station filming a keypad and officers going in and out.
But that's not real ground.
But in this current role, obviously, a lot of police officers are targeted by people who wish to do us harm.
You don't have reasonable grounds, sir.
This is where the sergeant's whole case completely falls apart. When is asked directly what makes him think the auditor's involved in terrorism, he straight up admits he doesn't. That's a massive mistake. Section 43 of the Terrorism Act can only be used if there's reasonable suspicion of terrorism. So the moment he says he doesn't actually suspect that, he's just admitted there's no legal reason to be detaining the guy, but instead of backing off or fixing it, he just keeps hiding behind the name of the law, keeps repeating it's under Section 43, like saying the number over and over somehow makes it legit. But it doesn't. It's just empty words at that point. He's already trashed the very grounds the power depends on, and saying the name of the law doesn't magically bring it back.
You're violating my rights with this search. I don't agree on that. I'm going to file a lawsuit against you. This is absolutely illegal what you're doing. I do not agree on searching my back.
You may not agree on it, sir, but I've tried to explain on a number of occasions.
Yeah. I don't agree on that. This is unlawful search of my back. Unlawful. Sorry, what are you expecting to find, sir? You have to tell me what you're expecting to find from my back. Under Section 43 of Terrorism Act. What are you expecting to find, sir?
There may be evidence that you are using...
Like what?
If you're not going to keep talking over me, I'm not going to be able to explain to you.
Okay, you have to tell me before starting the search, actually. Can you tell me what you're expecting to find in my back and in myself?
I'll explain to you, you've been detained under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act because we have the power to search your phone and your bag and you for any article.
But you have to tell me. You have to tell me.
You don't want to talk or you don't want to talk?
I just want to understand.
Any articles that you may use in the event of planning a terrorist attack.
Like what?
Any article. A camera, a weapon, anything.
The fact that the auditor has to explain basic search rules to the sergeant is embarrassing enough, but it also says a lot. While the sergeant's going through his stuff, he gets reminded that it's meant to say before the search exactly what he's looking for. That's not a favor. It's a legal requirement. Under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act, and actually under any UK stop and search power, the officer has to tell you what kind of thing they're searching for. It's there to make sure the search is done properly. It's got to be transparent, reasonable, and stick to the limits of the law being used. If they don't say what they're looking for, how's a person supposed to know whether the officer's acting lawfully or just digging around hoping to find something?
People think I'm terrorist now.
No one thinks that, sir.
Yeah, sure. I'm here, you're searching my back like I've done something wrong. Crazy. Can I also have the water, please?
If you don't mind, you'll have that when we're finished with the search, okay?
Okay.
I don't know what's in there.
Oh, okay.
Just for safety. Safety.
Okay. Okay, the thorough search by the sergeant. Sorry, who are you, sir?
PC O'Neill.
PC O'Neill. Okay. And your shoulder number, please?
5459. 5459 Sierra Oscar.
I've contacted a solicitor and the solicitor sent a claim to the police.
This right here is what happens when a sergeant lets arrogance and misuse of power take over. HNK solicitors have confirmed a £1,500 payout. And just to be clear, that's not coming out of his wages. That's your money. Taxpayers' money. Paying for an officer's unlawful actions. The solicitor's statement says it all. The sergeant detained and searched a journalist without any lawful grounds, took his phone while he was legally filming in public, and misused Section 43 of the Terrorism Act to justify it, and he didn't act alone. Other named officers stood by and helped make it happen. This isn't just a difference of opinion. It's a legal admission that the sergeant was in the wrong and the force had to cough up because of it right from the start. The sergeant came in like he'd already made his mind up. He kept pressing the auditor for details about what he was doing. That constant grilling wasn't about gathering intel. It was about wearing him down until he gave up some info. But here's the problem. The law doesn't require you to explain why you're filming in public. The sergeant's refusal to accept that simple fact is what turned a routine encounter into a legal mess. Then came the misuse of Section 43. And this is where his credibility completely falls apart. That power only exists for one reason. When there's reasonable suspicion of terrorism. He openly admitted that wasn't the case, but still used it to detain and search someone. That's not a misunderstanding. That's a deliberate choice to use one of the UK's strongest stop powers without even meeting the basic requirement. And once he made that admission, everything else that followed was built on sand. Then there were the seizures, and they just made things worse. The first phone was snatched before any legal power had been mentioned, on the excuse that the auditor might turn it off. That reasoning is so weak it wouldn't last 30 seconds in court. Then he took the second camera at the end, proving this was never about a genuine threat. These weren't safety actions. They were just grabs to stop the filming. Pure and simple. When a cop takes a journalist's equipment with no clear legal power, that's not policing. That's suppression. What makes it even more frustrating is how easily all of this could have been avoided. A quick, professional approach. Acknowledge the right to film in public. Take a proper look for any actual threat. And move on. Simple. Would have cost nothing. Would have broken no laws. Would have earned respect. But instead, the sergeant's actions handed the auditor a clean legal win, cost the public £1,500, and added one more video to the long list of examples showing how bad policing doesn't just damage reputations. It comes with a price tag we all pay for. That's it for today's video. If you found this useful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me keep this independent coverage going.